Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new show. This show is going to be called Job Seeker Spotlight with Ira Bowman. I am excited to launch it. I'm not settled on this date and time, but I'm trying this show at this time because I want to help job seekers when they are available to be on the show. But also, I'm inviting recruiters, I'm inviting employers. If you're a recruiter or an employer, and you want to be on the show, I want to bring you on as well. What is this all about? It's really about this. I have been blessed with an incredible platform to help highlight job seekers, and I want to do just that. I'm not here to tell you about Bowman Digital Media. I'm not going to tell you about Exit Your Way. I'm not going to tell you about Bowman Coaching. We will talk about Project Help You Grow because Project Help You Grow is relevant, but this is not a Project Help You Grow commercial. What is the heart of Project Help You Grow? For the last 3 years, I have been helping job seekers connect to recruiters and employers around the globe for free, and I'm proud we're still doing that. I want to thank my sponsors of Project Help You Grow publicly. Erica Warfield Sales, Springboard Consulting. Yes, they are contributing to the efforts at Project Help You Grow. Thank you very much for doing that. But this show is not a Project Help You Grow show. This is an Ira Bowman show to help you job seekers get the attention that you need. What are we going to do? We're going to do a couple things. This is going to be different. I've not seen anything like this anywhere. Now you guys are blowing up the comments, and good. That's what you need to do because look, raise your visibility. If you see my post earlier today, I tell you very clearly the best way to raise visibility on all of social media. We're coming to you live tonight from YouTube, from Facebook, and from LinkedIn. But the best way to raise your profile across all social media, I don't care if you're talking about Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or any of them, is to make comments. So be seen, be polite, be professional, be persistent, and you will increase your following across the board. And that will help you whether you're trying to find a job, find a candidate, or anything else, right? If you're trying to sell something or hire people, whatever the case may be. So good. You're looking for job opportunities in software engineering, and you are a fresher. For those of you who are not familiar with that expression, that means he's just out of college, doesn't have any experience yet. Good. This is the place for you. Now, I have a whole bunch of materials that we'll talk about over time. But the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to do two different things. You can pick which way you want to be helped. Just by making comments, you're eligible to be a part of this show. I'm not just talking about you put a question in the comments and I'll answer it for you, although I will, if that's what you want. What I'm talking about is bringing you on camera with me right now. All right, so here's what you got to do. If you want to be on camera, I want you to say in the comments, hey, Ira, I am willing to be on camera. Can you bring me on? What I'm going to do is periodically I'm going to put a link. It's a website address in the comments, and I'll put them up. And you can click on it at any time. That will bring you into my green room. Now, if you go in my green room and you don't turn your camera on, I'm not bringing you in. The other thing is, I don't know how old you are. I'm a little bit older, okay? When I was a kid listening to the radio, they would have people call in all the time. But the one thing they would always say is turn your sound down when you come on because otherwise we're going to get this weird echo. So if you're watching the show and you come on the show, you need to turn the sound of the show down while you're on. Otherwise, we're all going to have to plug our ears. It's not going to be pretty. Okay? So that's really it. Now, that's if you want to be on the show. If you want my help increasing your visibility, but you don't want to be on the show, the other thing that I can do is if you post your LinkedIn profile and say, Ira, can you please share my profile on the show? What I'll do is I'll open up my LinkedIn and I'll go to your profile and we'll talk about what you do and who you are for a little bit, and I'll give you profile exposure that way. Okay? So 2 ways to be on the show and get a spotlight. Remember the name of the show, and I don't even have the graphics ready yet. I'm almost embarrassed. I almost didn't go tonight, but I thought, you know what? Let me just help people and they'll forgive me for the graphics not being quite ready. But it's Job Seeker Spotlight, okay? So you can be on camera with me live, and I will ask you some questions, but that'll help you, right? People want to see your personality. They want to see how well you speak, all those things. This will help with that, trust me. The second part, it's not quite as much help, but it's still a lot of help, is we can do a LinkedIn profile review of your profile on the show. Now, that's it. Who wants in? For anybody who wants in on the show, you don't even need to tell me you want to be on the show. Really, what you need to do is you just need to click this link, and I'm about to share it. Okay, so now it's coming up, and I'm sharing it. So I'm sharing this on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. It's the same link no matter where you're watching me from, but this is the link that you're going to want to click on, okay? Click on this link, whether you're watching from YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. That will take you to my green room. When you're on the show, how long are you going to be on? A few minutes. I'll ask you a question. I want to ask you a couple things for sure. Where are you from? What you do? Where you want to work? Those 3 questions for sure I'm going to ask you. Now, depending on how the conversation goes, I might keep you around a little bit. Now, we had somebody who already asked for a LinkedIn profile spotlight. You know how he did it? He posted his LinkedIn profile in the comments. So guess what I'm going to do? My friend Nick, what's going on, brother? So what I'm going to do right now, Depot, is I'm going to click on this thing, and I'm going to open it up. You are going to be the very first guest on my show via the LinkedIn profile spotlight. Okay, so I just have to do a little bit because I wasn't ready yet, but here we go. And we've got Dave in the green room. Dave, you're going to be first on the show. As soon as I'm done with this spotlight, I can see you. It looks like you got good lighting and everything, so excellent. Here we go. So Depot is now on the show. Depot, it looks like you are a mechanical engineer, open to work, vocational school. Now, I want you guys to notice, so he's got this open to work frame. I like that because it takes all the ambiguity away. There are some people who don't like that. I think it's good not to be a mystery. So there we go. Depot, in the comments, if you want, I can ask you some questions you can answer. For example, how much experience do you have in mechanical engineering? Are you a fresher? Have you finished school? Do you have 2 years professional experience, 5 years professional experience? If you can help, that will definitely help. And it looks like you're from Indonesia. Are you trying to work in Indonesia, or are you trying to work somewhere else? These are questions, honestly, guys, that you should be answering right here. This is not a laundry list of your qualifications. This is telling people who you are and what you're trying to accomplish from right now, moving on into the future. This is not a backwards look. This is a forwards look, okay? So anyways, if you guys are curious, find more about Depot on here. He's got 4,000 followers, so he's fairly active. Here's his experience right here. I'm not familiar with this company, but 1.5 years, okay? And so he's been doing work. February 2019. Here we got 2018. So he's definitely been, he's not only got a degree, it looks like, he's also got some experience. So there you go. Depot, I hope this helps you. Okay, and it says right here, look, check this out. Graduated in 2016. So he's got 5 years or so worth of real world experience along with his degree. Okay, here we go, 4 years. See? So this is how this works. Really cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring in my first on-camera guest. So thank you very much, Depot, for that. Dave, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Oh, sounds like you're on mute here. Let's try that again. Yeah, not yet. Okay. Well, you're figuring out your sound. It might be because you turned your sound down. No? Not sure. All right, well, Dave is doing that. I'm going to see if I can look Dave's profile up, and we might bring that up too at the same time. I still can't hear you, Dave. This is live TV, people. What happens? Nope, still can't hear you. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to remove you, and then you come. Let's see if I can pull you back in. Say something for me, Dave. Are you there, Dave? Yeah, it's not working. Okay, tell you what. Why don't you leave and try to come back, and I'll get you on. We'll see if that works. Okay, while he's doing that, yep. This is Dave right here. In case we can't get his sound to work, he is right now in the Denver metropolitan area. Okay, so if for some reason we can't get Dave's sound on, and I apologize, this is going to happen. It's live TV. We're going at this live, but I want you guys to know you can find Dave right here. Okay, there's his link. I put that on Facebook, YouTube, and on LinkedIn. I know he was excited. He's MBA, right? So he's got his master's degree. He's got a great about section. You can read that. I love the usage of the featured as well, Dave. This is really smart if you guys haven't been using that. This kind of stuff allows employers to know really what it is that you're doing. Why should they hire you? Let them get to know your personality. Show them your certificates, show them your awards, show them things like that. This is about giving you the spotlight. Okay, Dave's back. All right, Dave, say something for me. Dave, you there? It's like you can't see me. Dave, are you there? Okay. Sorry, Dave. It's just not working. Can't keep doing it. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Dave. But anyways, this is his LinkedIn profile. Go ahead and check it out. You can see what he's done. He's got franchise consultant, partner, executive mentor, senior director of franchise operations, division president of Steak and Shake. That is impressive, right? Grad or MBA from Stetson University and got his bachelor's at the University of Phoenix. He's also got quite a few endorsements there. So it looks like Dave is a great candidate. If you're looking to hire somebody like Dave, go ahead and get in touch with them. Come on the show and let us know. That would be really cool. If you're an employer or recruiter, again, you are invited on this show too, because you can tell people what you're looking for. All right, I'm going to go back. I know, Mariella, I see you in the comments here. Just want to make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Don't think I am. So, and Mariella is one of my good buddies. So, Mariella, let's get you on the show. Are you camera ready? Let's get you on the show. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Mariella to see if she really wants to come on the show, because some people don't, I'm going to do this. I am going to copy her link, pull it over here. Let's drop this in. Mariella is on my team at Bowman Digital Media and Project Help You Grow, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so let's get rid of these. And let's do this. Mariella is the owner of a company, Business and Risk. She is a fraud specialist. So if you are looking to hire somebody who fraud protection, data security, that's what she does. She lives in Santa Barbara, California. Again, she's one of my good friends. I personally will give you a referral for her, a reference for her. If you are looking to hire somebody like Mariella and you would like to talk to somebody who knows her pretty well and works with her, I can vouch for her experience. So let's talk. But let's go through her profile. So there you go. In full disclosure, she's working on my team at Bowman Digital Media. Just want to make sure everybody knows I'm not trying to misrepresent anything here. Check out her features. She got 2,300 connections on LinkedIn, owner of Business and Risk, like we talked about. She helps me as a risk consultant and my clients when they need it. Bowman Digital Media, COO, Chief Operational Officer for Steve Stockwell Music. That is her husband. He is a professional musician. He's amazing. She was a risk manager, chargeback claims manager. She has her degree. I don't see from where. That's okay. A lot of skills and endorsements there. And again, I told you, I refer her. There it is right there, right? She's got 4 other people, James Howard and so many others. But look at this too. Multi-language. She is Greek, but she lives in the United States. And I think she's lived here for like 30 years, if I remember right. But anyways, English, French, German, Greek, and Italian. Courses that she's taken: business administration, English, French literature, and macroeconomics. I hope I did you a valuable service there, Mariella. I tried my best. I'm looking at the comments right now. Let's see. We got a FB ads campaign expert in YouTube video promotion, MD Nerhausen. Would you like to come on the show? I actually know people looking for Facebook ad managers right now. So if you're doing like Fiverr work or whatever, and you're interested, I do know people that would be interested in talking to you. Libya Petroleum Engineer, want to work in Oman. Again, if you guys want to be on the show, you can be on the show right now. You don't even have to tell us just in the comments. You can come on the show. What I want you to do to join the show, click here. I'm typing this now. Okay. So if you want to be on the show, click that link. I just put it in the comments. Okay. To join the show on camera, Mariella, I'm talking to you too now. I know you'll come on the show with me. All right. And you're welcome, by the way. I'm happy to do it if I can. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kapal, if you are interested in joining the show, you're more than welcome. Anyone who's a job seeker, anyone who is a recruiter, anyone who is an employer that is hiring, you're all welcome. Why? Because if you're looking for candidates, there are candidates that want to be hired. I know a person right now. His name is Matt Goose. He has been turning down business because he cannot find CNC machinists to work for him up in, I believe he's in Minnesota. Okay. He's in the North Midwest of the United States. He has the need for CNC machinists right now. He cannot find somebody. There are employers out there who want to hire folks, and they just can't find people who want to work for them for whatever reason. So I know there's a lot of job seekers out there. The pandemic has been really tough. I got laid off, and then, well, I got furloughed first, and then I got laid off back in May and June of 2020. So I understand. I started my own business because I just couldn't wait. Now, we have a few other people who have put their links in the comments. So when you do that, what you're asking me to do is to put you up on the stage, but not on camera. And I'm totally happy to do it. So I just want to make sure I'm going in order if I can. It looks like, and if I skip you, just let me know, right? Kind of keep track of where you should be. And then if I skip by you, you can either let me know, hey, Ira, you missed me, or just put your link in again and I'll get you in. I will get everybody who puts their link on the show as long as I'm live. And I'm going to be here for an hour. So we got another 40 minutes. If I'm live and you put your link in, I will get you up, I promise. And I'm going to give you feedback, okay? So Lisa is next, I believe. So here we go. What do we got going on here, Lisa? So you are a care provider. I don't understand what the acronym means. What I suggest that you do is spell that out for us. So people like me, because even though I don't know what you do, I might, by the abbreviation, I might actually know somebody who is looking for what you do, right? So Lisa, this is what I want to do. I want to have you, if you don't mind, make that edit, okay? And this is who I'm talking to, all right, Lisa. If you will change to update that I think will help you. You're in Norfolk City County, Virginia. So I believe that's on the East Coast, but I'm not 100% familiar with that particular area. On the About section, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this and fill this out more with the type of role you're looking for and how you'll help whoever hires you, right? Just expand on that. You have a lot more characters. I think it's 1,200 there. You have a lot more that you could add. So go ahead and give us more detail there. Because again, the more you let potential recruiters and employers know about you and how you can help, the better they can fill you in these positions. Okay, 8,336 followers, so she's got a decent sized network. Experience 1.4 years, not 1.4, 1 year 4 months. That's not 1.4, that's 1.3. But anyways, a year and a third experience with the care provider. Before that, she was a criminologist. That's kind of cool. And you did that for a long time. So you got a lot of experience with that. That would make an interesting story for sure. Education from Virginia Wesleyan University. There you go. A bachelor's degree in criminology. Music lover, me too. All right. And I don't see, this is one thing that would really help you because it looks like you're going for some type of nursing and you don't have over 2 years experience, which a lot of people are looking for 2 years and up. One thing that could really help you is if you can get some referrals, some references from folks and get them listed on here, right? Character references, skill references, any awards that you've won, any certifications that you've done, get those things in here because that'll help you overcome that 2-year, what they call entry level point, right? So hopefully those things will help. If you have a question, by all means, go ahead and ask me in the show here and I will answer it, or you can come on camera with me if you like. Okay, next is Paul. I think it's Jacob Choke, but let me look real quick because I have bad eyes and the screen's kind of small. Oh, what did I do wrong? Looks like Jacob, it looks like we have something not working. I'm not sure what happened. Let me try it again. Yeah, it's not letting me open your profile. It might be that you have some security settings set there that don't allow me to open it. I can see the comment on LinkedIn, but I'm not able to just click on it. Let me see if I can do it this way. Yeah, I can do it this way. Never mind. Okay. So there we go. I'm not sure what was going on there. But let's see. It looks like you're in San Diego. Okay, well, you're just down the road from me. I'm here in the Inland Empire. So 90 minutes or so away from you. And what are we doing? Electrical engineer, solar nut. So this is a smart guy. This is the kind of stuff I really don't understand it. Honestly, it's beyond my skill set. I'm a graphics guy. I'm a SEO nerd, a website developer, but I don't uh, I don't pretend to be an engineer of any kind. So let's look and see what we got here. This right here already I could tell you it's just too skinny. You need to fill this out. Think of white paper engineering. You're a solar engineer, you're an electrical engineer. You know a lot of things. Tell us what things you know there and how you're going to help your future employer. That will really help. Now, I like this. One thing I will say though, you got to be careful with stuff like this right here. We only have one earth. I completely agree. We do only have one earth. But the thing is, when you start making statements that can be taken politically, you definitely want to be careful, especially as a job seeker, because you don't know which slant the recruiter or the employer has that's looking at you. You might have just got yourself an opportunity. Now, maybe you don't care because you don't want to work for a place that culturally doesn't fit you. I totally get it. I don't even disagree with that mentality. It's just my job is to let you know what your opportunity costs are, and that's one of them. But I do like the fact that you're using these. I would suggest, though, instead of just saving posts, that you would share some photographs of you in action and some pictures of awards and even an intro. Guys, look, all of you job seekers, you have this featured section. You all should have an introduction video right there saying who you are, what you do, and how you're going to help your next employer. In fact, you might even want to include where in the world you want to work. And if it's in a different spot than where you're currently living, then you need to help make them feel comfortable that if they hire you, it won't be culture shock, because it's a lot of there's a lot of cost and expense and risk of bringing people in, especially from a foreign country. So you got to help them, show them that you can speak the language well, show them that you're culturally going to fit into their environment. These are things that will help all of you, not just Paul here. Okay. So experience wise, 3 years, 5 months, 2 years, 6 months, 3 years, 8 months. So looks like the biggest question you're going to get is about longevity, because you don't have a lot there in one spot. 3 years, 8 months, 3 years, 5 months. It's not like you're changing jobs all the time, but that might be a question that you have to address. So since you know you're likely to get that question, if you want to answer that, a good place to answer that is right here in the about section. For example, I used to get that question a lot. I was in sales. I moved from job to job every 2 to 4 years. And people said, look, are you afraid of commitment? And you know what my answer was? I've been married 20 years. I have 8 kids. I'm not afraid of commitment. And they go, yeah, okay. Married 20 years, 8 kids, not afraid of commitment. Check. So if you have a way to address that, then do that and do it in your about section. Okay. Let's go back to the previous shot. Okay. And as we're coming down here, skills and endorsements look good. Recommendations, you've got one. That's good. Let's get more. Remember, guys, on LinkedIn, especially when you're a job seeker, you need those referrals. You need those endorsements. You want people, and not just fluff. Okay, let me just give this fatherly advice for all of you. If someone writes you a recommendation and it doesn't say anything other than basically when you boil it down to, hey, I really like the person and they're friendly, I don't get it. That doesn't get it. Especially the more technical your job is, the higher up the food chain your job is, right? You're closer to C level than you are to entry level, then fluff it won't work. A recruiter is typically going to only look at the first couple up to 5. And if they read those first few and they're nothing but fluff, they're going to assume it's all like that and they're just going to move on to the next candidate. I am connected to about 5,000 recruiters on LinkedIn. I've talked to more recruiters than most people ever will in their life. They all agree on that. If you're a recruiter and you disagree with me on that point, then come on the show and tell us why you disagree. but I've talked to recruiter after recruiter after recruiter about the endorsements and what they say and how they're looked upon. And I'm telling you, I've heard it over and over and over again. The fluff ones don't do. It's not a popularity contest. They want to make sure you are qualified, that you know what you're doing, especially for those highly skilled positions. Okay. So let's see. Next, I don't know how to say this name. I'm not going to butcher it. So I'm just going to pull it up because I believe he is next. And we're going to get right into it. Okay. Abdurrahman. I probably butchered it. Sorry. I tried. Okay. Where are you from? You are from Libya. And looks like you're another engineer. I'm connected to a lot of engineers on LinkedIn, so I get a lot of those. Okay. So, and I apologize. Look, if you're sending me connection requests and you wonder, why is that Ira guy doesn't accept them? You know why? I can't. Because I'm at the max. LinkedIn has a 30,000 limit on direct connections, and I got there in 2019, guys. So from 2019 on, I just said, look, if you follow me, I'll follow you back, and I've been doing that. I follow 192,000 people right now, so I will follow you if you follow me. In fact, here, I'll show you. See, following. I follow you, I just can't connect with you, and that's why. If I hit accept, what happens is it actually blocks you from sending me another one for a while, so I can't do that. Oops. I don't know what happened there. We'll go back. Okay, here we go. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so you're in the group, CV group. That's good. CV, for those of you who are not from, outside or not from the United States, or who are from the United States, it's another form. It's a longer form of a resume, basically. Okay. The about section here, what do we've got? That's actually good because here you've got what you're skilled in: Pectoral, MBAL, hand system, Microsoft Excel, leadership, public speaking. I don't know if you need all the Microsoft like called out, but this stuff is good for sure. In your experience, reservoir engineer with demonstrated history of working in oil and energy, this is good. Now you might want to do a little bit more, but what you've got is actually really good. So good job with that. Love it. See what he's done here, guys? This is what I'm talking about. This is a smart person that you should emulate. He's got pictures, certifications. He's not just putting up posts here. This is good, very good. Okay. The English exam, he's showing people that he actually knows how to speak English. He's not telling them, he's showing them, right? He's got a master's degree. This is very well done because here's his CV. The only thing I see here that you're missing, honestly, is that video I was talking about. So just get your cell phone out, record like 3-minute video, introduce yourself, tell people where you went to school, tell them how long you've been out of school, highlight the positions that you've been in. And part of what you're doing here is just showing them your communication style and let them know where you want to work and let them know how you're going to help their team. You can do those things because you're going to get asked those questions in almost every interview anyways. That'll really help you. Okay. Over 5,000 connections. So he's got a decent sized network. Look, when you start cracking 4 years at one job, you're like the perfect candidate for folks because you haven't been there for 20 years and you don't job hop. So you're right in that like desirable window for everybody. Okay. And we know you've got your master's degree because we saw it above, but here you confirm it, which is great. And then your bachelor's degree. Skills and endorsements. These numbers are not high enough. You need to reach out to your friends. You got 5,000 connections on LinkedIn. You need to get more than 10 people to give you an endorsement for your skills. Ask your friends who have worked with you, who have seen your work ethic. Ask them to give you that. Look, you've got as many recommendations as you've got endorsement. So work on that. The number received here is good. Just a quick glance, it looks like these are actually good referrals too. So you're doing a very good job. I hope this really helps you. If anybody is looking for an engineer, I want to say this was gas and oil and gas. Just want to double check that real quick. Reservoir engineer. Yep. So if you need a oil and gas engineer, here's somebody I want you to look at. Okay. Now, where do you want to do this? Hopefully you're answering these questions in the comments down below. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Click on see all. He's saying click on see all. We've got more. You got the video in here? Oh, look at you right there. But I'm crying for you because you're very well prepared. This is one of the best ones I've seen. I look at these all the time for folks, and I can't tell you how rare it is to find one who's got their LinkedIn utilized, optimized as well as you do. Very good job. Move this to the front. That's all you need to do. Just take this thing when you're in edit mode, drag it to the front. This is the most important thing right here. Okay, because no one's going to hire you without talking to you. Okay, especially with your name. I mean, you know this. I have a funky name too. My name is Ira, right? People are always like, "What is that?" Right? So this name is going to scare some folks. It's the world we live in, unfortunately. But once they get to know you, and I can tell already, even without talking to you, you're an incredible talent, and someone's gonna snatch you up quickly. I gotta believe that. All right, so let's see. Ira Bowman is awesome. I have a friend looking for human resources. Hang on a second. Let me go to that because that's a cool comment. I just want to read it. Where did it go? Here we go. And I'm sorry, guys, that I'm not showing all the comments like I normally do. It's just there's a lot of comments coming in. I know this is going to be a popular show. Look, I have 192,000 followers just on my personal page. Project Help You Grow has another 23,000. And that's just here on LinkedIn. That doesn't even count my Instagram with 36,000 followers and all the other places people find me. A lot of them are job seekers. I know this is going to be popular. So don't worry. It's going to happen every week. We're going to do this all the time. And I'll get you in. Okay. But I do want to read this. This is awesome. My friend looking for a human resources director hire for a company based in Chicago. I know a lot of people in Chicago. Amanda, do you want to come on the show? Needs to be strong personality, wants to be part of the leadership team. Anyone have a lead, contact me. I want to get a copy of the job description. Give me the JD. I'll get that thing on Project Help You Grow. I will promote that position for you. And I do have a lot of friends in Chicago, so that can help. People of Virginia. Oh, gotcha. It's the name of the employer. Okay, very good. Thank you for explaining. Spell it out. 100%. You guys spell it out. Look, this is the number one problem that I have with acronyms. You guys in your... And I say this it's to me too. Let me just be clear. I'll pick it on myself too. Acronyms are great, but they're confusing the hell out of everybody because we don't work in your industry. So you got to help us out, right? Like you could say the alphabet soup, but the problem is we don't have a way to transcribe it, and most of the time people aren't going to admit that. So they're just going to like nod their head and go, "Oh yeah, of course." Somebody asked me the other day, "What's MEP?" And I'm like, I can't remember. And when I Googled it, it said mechanical engineering plumber. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Manufacturing something. I can't even remember. Anyways, it is what it is. But that's the danger of acronyms. Unless you're speaking with somebody from that same industry, definitely spell it out. Say it out. It'll help you, right? It'll help people like me to help you guys, to help introduce you to folks. Like you're looking for somebody in HR in Chicago. I got probably 10,000 connections in Chicago. I'm sure I know somebody I either know them directly or I know somebody who knows a person like that. You know what I mean? And thank you guys for inviting other people. This is really good. Okay, Dee Dee, I haven't had you on here yet. It looks like yours is next. So let me find it. There it is. Dee Dee, you're going to be the next on the show. And again, if you guys are just joining, we don't have to just do this. This is nice. But you can actually come on camera with me. Okay? If you want to come on camera, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing this periodically. I'm just going to keep sharing the invite because I don't know if people are scrolling back up through the comments. But what you want to do, join the show here. I just put it in the comments, okay? So all you've got to do is just come down. This is on LinkedIn. And this is now going on YouTube and on Facebook. Click that if you want to join the show on camera. Otherwise, if you want me to review your LinkedIn profile for you, which I'm happy to do, and give you the spotlight, you may not really care about the critique as much, but while I'm doing it, recruiters and employers have an opportunity to see it. So hopefully that helps, okay? So if you want to join the show, again, click that link. It'll take you to my green room. You got to have your camera on. The trick is the sound. I need you to turn the sound off from the live show and just use the sound when I bring you on camera. And then when you go back off, you can turn your sound back up like you would turn the radio back up. That's how it really works. Okay. So Dee Dee, let's see. You are in Cincinnati. Do you know Chili Time? St. Bernard? It's my favorite place in Cincinnati. My wife's family is actually from Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, St. Bernard. And we used to go to Chili Time all the time. Can't stand Skyline. It's too watery, right? But Chili Time is really good. I like it a lot. Anyways, I digress. Here we go. So again, here's another one. It says, except I wish I could. I'm sorry that I can't. But just so you guys see, I mean, pop quiz. I didn't know Dee Dee was going to come on the show, but I'm following her. Why? Because she tried to connect with me. You try to connect with me, I will follow you as long as you allow me to. Okay? And I don't just say it. I actually do it. So she's in accounting. She's in Cincinnati. Let's see about the about section number. I like this. This is fun. This tells me something about Dee Dee right here. Look at that, what that says. Number enthusiast by day. She's an accountant. Obviously, she's got to like numbers, right? But she's an artist at core. Not the typical accountant. I always push myself to grow and learn. Love what you've done here. I love it. Now, I haven't read the whole thing. It looks like there should probably be a little bit more there, but I do like what you got going. 511. We got to look. If you're watching the show, do me a favor. Follow Dee Dee right now. Her link is there in the comments. Go follow her. She only has 511. We can get this up to 1,000 just with the people that are watching. So let's do that, okay? Let's help her out. Experience. Staff accountant at Mercy Hospital. That's good because that's a big, employer in healthcare. So do you specialize? Oh, I was going to say, do you specialize? For those of you who don't know, GE is, basically based out of St. Bernard there in Cincinnati. Fifth Third Bank. Used to bank with them. Very good company too. Love it. Accounting assistant. So she's been in accounting at least since 2015, as we can see. Okay, very good. So she's got plenty of experience. Masters of Business Administration from the University of Cincinnati. Very good. Very good indeed. University of Cincinnati. It's funny, when I moved there, UC, everybody kept saying UC. And I'm from California. I'm like, UC what? UCLA? Right? Like, what UC? What are you talking about? UC Santa Barbara? UC Santa Davis? What? And they're like, no, it's just UC. It's University of Cincinnati. Well, UCLA is like University of California, Los Angeles, right? So anyways, it took me a minute to catch on. Look at this. Skills, lots of endorsements on those. Very good. Recommendations. This right here so far is the thing I'm picking on you the most for. You need more of these. Look, you've got 6 years plus of experience. Plus, you've got a master's degree from one of the best colleges in the country. Let's get some more people to tell the world how awesome you are. Go to bosses, go to managers, go to coworkers, go to clients. Get some of those. And if you're a coworker, a manager, a boss, a former client of Dee Dee, help her out. Send her a referral. And Dee Dee, you do not have any of the highlights in here. So your homework right away, my friend, is to fill out that highlight section. Make yourself a video. Look, I know you've got a little extrovert in you because you're an artist too and you're funny. I can see it. So show me some of that. Show me some of that personality. Get on there. Tell people who you are, what you do. Tell them about your master's experience from UC because that's impressive as all get out. Maybe show some artwork. Show a little personality. Get some flair in there. Do it. Try to aim for like 3 to 5 minute video, right? Good lighting. If you need help, call me, send me a message. I'll help you. Okay, you're on the show. I'll help you. All right. That's Dee Dee, everybody. I hope. Just saying, people always ask. All right, here we go. Let's see who is next. I'm getting caught up here. I think. I don't know. What is a good number of recommendations to have? Depends on how long you've been doing it. But you definitely should have more endorsements than recommendations, right? So if you have 8 endorsements and 25 recommendations, you need to get people to endorse your skills. If you have 25 endorsements and only 8 recommendations, I'd say that's probably about the right ratio. But here's the deal. Let's say you've been a professional for 30 years and you've only got 3 references. There's a problem there. You know what I mean? Like, why aren't people writing a recommendation for you? I don't typically do this. I'm just going to go to mine real quick. Okay. Let's just go to me. Skip everybody else for the moment. And by the way, LinkedIn, this is really cool now that you can see when somebody's live on their cover. I think that's so cool. What's a new thing that they're doing? But I'm just going to scroll down here and show you, just so like put your money where your mouth is. I've been in business for, well, a while. I got 50 endorsements now. Look, or recommendations. I've given a bunch too. It's give and get. Don't just be a taker. And look, I get a lot of them and I delete them, or people send them to me. They don't really know me. We don't want those. We want real ones. You've worked with somebody as a client, as a coworker, or you've observed them from a close proximity for long enough that you can give them a ringing endorsement and tell people what they're actually good at. Do that. But don't just, write somebody a fluff piece. I'm not looking for, like, if I'm a recruiter and I'm looking at these things, I don't want to read fluff. So there's not a hard and fast answer for you, Joy. But again, it should be proportionate to the number of years that you've worked. So if you've been working for more years, then you should have more endorsements than somebody who's like, 2 years in, 3 years in. And it's a competitive nature. It's one of those things where if I'm looking at 2 candidates really close and one has 50 recommendations and the other has 2, and everything else is tied, you're going to probably lose that battle. Right? Okay. How to justify gaps. Gaps happen. It's real life. I will tell you this. This is my thought when I was a hiring manager. As long as the employee could demonstrate what was happening in their life and it made sense, I was good with it. And there was nothing that was too troubling. The big thing that I was worried about with gaps was only laziness or some type of criminal background or something shady, right? Like it speaks to character to me. But I'm going to say this: an interview is a 2-way conversation, right? You're interviewing them as much as you should be interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. So if you're sitting at a table being interviewed by somebody and they're making you feel like, you got the bright light, hang on a second, just for special effect, right? You got the hot light on you. You don't want to work there, do you? I mean, I wouldn't. So for me, culture, the fit is important. It's got to be 2 ways. So if somebody's grilling you and trying to make you feel bad about something, that's your sign that that's not going to be the place for you to work. There's something wrong with that culture, even if that's not the person you're going to work for, right? The interview process should be almost, I hate to say benign, but it shouldn't be something like I know you feel pressure to perform. That's internal pressure. Of course you should feel that. You want to do your best. 100% agree. But you shouldn't feel like they're picking on you or they're bullying you or they're belittling you. Those are bad signs. And I see my friend here, Sohib, is in the house. Hello, brother. This is another guy that I love to support. Yeah, 100%. Everything you're saying, I agree. And kudos to you. If you guys are not following this guy, you need to follow Sohib. He is in the UAE. He also likes to support job seekers. I've known him for many years. I think we connected back in 2018, if I remember right. Anyways, been a long time. And everything, anytime I see him involved in anything, I'm all over it. I want to support him, and he does the same for me, and I really appreciate that too. I already answered that question. Okay. Okay, Glenn Coe, I think you're next. Oh no, I missed a couple. Sorry, Glenn, you're coming. I missed a few here. Wow, I feel really bad. Okay, I see this. This guy, I actually really like this because he's put his thing in like 4 times, but he hasn't like been picking on me, complaining like, Ira, you missed me, buddy. So I'm sorry. I got buried in the comments there. Hang on a second. Why is it not showing up? My LinkedIn Live kind of froze there for a second. That's what happened. Okay, I see. Oh, I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. All right. Bear with me a second, guys. Okay, so give me those comments back, or you're not going to. You're not going to. That's awesome. Okay. Can I do it this way? Okay, so these links that I have, I've just lost access to them the way I was doing it. I did it when I pulled over the one profile, Paul's profile, but that's okay. I know how to do it. Where did we go? Riveting TV right now. Sorry about this. I know it's not exciting sometimes, but I've got this here. I just need to find it. Okay, Misam Abbas, and I'm probably not saying that right, but I am going to find you right now manually. Misam Abbas, because yeah, we're connected. Even that makes it even easier. Okay, here we go. So check this out, guys. And I apologize. I missed. He did it like 4 times, 5 times in the comments, and I missed it. But he kept putting it, and he wasn't complaining. I appreciate that. Now, one thing I'll say right off the bat: this is coming out blurry. Now, I appreciate that you don't have the blue starry skies, so I'm going to give you an A for effort, but I'm going to give you like a C minus for execution. Now, you're a mechanical engineer. You're not out for graphic design. I get it. But what I want you guys to do, if you guys don't know about Canva, Canva.com, Canva, you can go to Canva for free, Free, and you can edit photos actually really well. They make it simple. So they're trying to put me out of business because I'm a graphic designer, for those of you who don't know. But anyways, you can go to Canva and edit this thing for free and just, either shrink it down and center it up. But one thing that I'm going to recommend that you guys do, again, let me just go to mine real quick. I just want to show you guys a couple of things. Like, when I'm doing stuff, I want people to see what I mean. Okay. Here's mine. Oh, I can't show you mine because I'm live. Okay, never mind. We won't do that. Let's go back. What I like to do, if you go to mine when I'm not live, it says social media manager, right? Because at Bowman Digital Media, we actually offer 6 services: social media management, website development, graphic design, videography, photography, and SEO services. That's what we do, all encompassing. So the main thing that we do, the number one source of revenue for my company, is social media management. I manage businesses' social media pages on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Pinterest. Okay, that's what I do. So on my cover photo, I make it big and bold that I am a social media manager. Now, automation for your manufacturing, Delta, is a commercial for Delta. It is related, obviously, to what you do, but it is not what you do. So I'm going to suggest that you change that to say something along the lines of mechanical engineer, mechanical design, R&D, right? You've got it right there in your headline. You just don't have it on your cover photo, okay? So let's go and see what we got here. So the about section is very skinny. We definitely want to fill that out. However, even though it's really skinny, the information you have there is spot on, okay? So what else do you put in the about section? I get asked that a lot, okay? What you want to put there is, why are you qualified to do the jobs that you're applying for? What is it you hope to do at your next position? How are you going to help them? And then paint a picture from now until the time you retire of the things that you would like to accomplish with the rest of your career. So it's from now to the end of your career. That's the about section, okay? The featured section, you're going to show people why you're qualified, okay? So this is a post. This is a graphic, the journey from March, explain the 3 steps. Yeah, I don't actually know that that makes sense. And those are the only 2 things you have there. Let me tell you what I would rather see here. I would rather see awards, achievements, photos of you in action, a video describing who you are, what you want to do, and how you're going to help. I know it sounds kind of like I'm beating a dead horse here because I'm saying a lot of same stuff over and over again, but I want it to sink into you guys. This is really, trust me, this is what you need to do. This is something that I've lived. I've lived it. I've slept it. I've breathed it for the last 3+ years, and I've helped hundreds of thousands of people with this. And I've worked with, like I said, about 5,000. It's over 5,000, but about 5,000 recruiters. I don't even know, hundreds and hundreds of employers over the past 3 years, interviewing them, talking to them, working with them on what they're looking for, so that when I help the job seekers and try to connect them, they're getting the right folks. That's why. And for those of you who aren't looking at the show title graphics, right? It's projecthelpyougrow.com is the philanthropy service that I run, and I've run it for years to help that. No one's ever been charged a single penny for the services I provide. I was blessed in 2019 with sponsorship from Pananos, I always say it wrong, out of Philadelphia by Kelly Robinson, their recruiting company. And then in 2020, when the economy kind of did what it did, she had to back off of that. And Erica Warfield and Evan both stepped up with Erica Warfield Sales and Springboard Consulting stepped up and helped sponsor Project Help You Grow, which I really appreciate. But they're not paying for the service. They're just sponsoring the good work. Everybody who uses the platform, there's no commercials, there's no ads. You don't even have to sign up for an account. The only people who have to sign up for an account are people who want to load their jobs. Candidates, recruiters, employers who just want to hire folks, you don't need to sign up for anything. You're not going to get an email from me. Even when you sign up, you get nothing from me. The only time people get an email for Project Help You Grow is when they send me an email, I read it, and I think it's worth responding to, which doesn't happen that often, honestly, because I don't have time, and I'm a one-man band. So there you go. Okay, let's get back to this. We got 24, almost 2,500 followers. That's a decent amount. Experience. So this is going to hurt you right here. If you're job seeking and you're on the job for 1 month, that does not look good. So what's going on here? Almost every recruiter I know is going to bounce right there. You're going to have to explain how you've had a job for 1 month and you're looking for another job. Okay. 3 years, 4 months. Got no problem with that. That's right in the sweet spot. 2 years, 7 months. So, you're looking pretty good here in 2 years, 7 months. So is that the same job though? So you're going to have to, again, explain why you have this twice. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. You need people to hit, look, you got 2,500 connections, but you only got a couple endorsements. These might be brand new, but I would suggest moving these off of the top until you get some more of them. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your coworkers, reach out to your former managers, all those people, and get them to hit this plus button. Okay. So I feel like I've been picking on you a little bit. I want to take a pause. I don't want to beat you down, right? Look, again, for anybody, if you're just joining, my goal here is to help you. I don't want to come across like I'm picking on you. I'm certainly not the world's foremost expert on anything. I have a lot of experience at this. I'm willing to help you, but I want to make sure people understand the heart of what I'm doing here, because I'm trying to help. Look, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to put a hard stop on reviews for tonight. As far as if you haven't already got your link in, I will not be able to do more tonight. But if you want more, I'll come back. But I am gonna pull up the ones that are already in. Okay, so the hard stop is here. So anybody above this line, I'll get to you. I won't be able to spend as much time, but if you put your comment in below that, I won't get to it tonight. Okay, so come back next week for those of you who didn't get in yet. But I am looking for more here. I know there are more. No problem. My family's out there eating dinner as we speak, so I get it. Okay, so I'm going to go to Simona, Malloy. Okay, Simona, you are next. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. So very first thing that I see is your cover photo is awesome. Very well done. The only slight thing that I would suggest maybe is just making this font just a little bit bigger. So maybe, if you did this in Canva or Photoshop or Illustrator or wherever you did it, maybe just tune these down a little bit and tweak. Your name is perfect. Even management and leadership is perfect. My old eyes just struggling with that a little bit. Part of it is the font type. Part of it's the size. Okay. So anyways, for what it's worth, love the colors. It's very well done. Okay. Provide leadership that helps business engage employees, reduce costs, increase revenues. I do like this sentence. The thing is, I don't like where it is. I actually would move some of these things in front of it, especially if one of these is the title that you're going after now. Okay. So if it's human resources, or if it's project management, or if it's research and development, I mean, those are all different, but whichever the job you're going for moving forward, put that in front of this sentence. And I think that'll be good because you don't want anybody to be confused about what it is you actually want to do. And just from this right here, my guess is, R&D management, because that's first. Okay. But make it clear here. You've made it very clear here, right? This is very well done. This needs a little bit of work. But what I love about what you've got here is you're using all your character space. They give you so many character allotment and you're using it all. That's smart. Okay. Because guys, for those of you who don't know, this is the stuff that will come up with the SEO search. What do I mean by that? If somebody comes up here, right here, if they come right here and start, let's say I don't know who Simona is, but I want to find somebody who has her qualifications. I'm going to type it in here. And then the goal is for it to pop her up on the top. And one of the ways that happens is by, making good use of this right here. It's not the only thing, but it's one of the things. A good headline will help you get found faster. Okay? There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The about section. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is the first one tonight. Look how long this is. This is somebody who gets what she's doing. She's got a great cover photo. This is actually really good. It's the order of operations there. That's my slight critique. Okay. But this is really good, even without reading it, because I can see what she's doing just by, the content. She's got the right idea. Now, if I read all that, which I don't have time to do, I might give you some critique, but just from first glance, that looks good. Again, we've got photographs here of her in action. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I want awards. I want certificates of achievement. I want photos of you in your work environment. And I also remember what I want. I want that video. Most people don't have the video. So, but look, she got pictures of her out in her industry doing what she does. So just to be fair, I want to make sure there's no video here. Those are all JPEGs. Okay. So certificates of achievement are missing, awards, and a video. But as far as, look, this is rapport building stuff because look how many pictures she's got and there's a smile on her face. She's showing that she's friendly and she's showing that she's got experience and she's showing that she works with a team. So the photos, they say picture is worth 1,000 words. It really does do a lot. It's a very good job. This right here, 376, surprises the heck out of me because you've done everything else so well. So maybe you're not using LinkedIn or social media in a way where you're making a lot of comments and raising your visibility. Although, guys, she's on the show right now. Let's show her some love. Hit that follow button. Again, I'm already following her. Okay? Hit the follow button and follow her. Let's help raise her profile. Okay. Let's keep going. Experience, 5 years, perfect. 2 years, okay. 1 year, okay. So here, this really doesn't help you much, but the fact that you've been, well, that's the same company. That's interesting. I actually like this. Okay, I'm going to talk about this for just a second. When somebody works for a company, they go somewhere else and they come back to the other company, it shows me a couple things. The company was willing to rehire them. Tells me all I need to know about them. They didn't burn the bridge. They were good enough employee that they said, heck yeah, we'll take you back. Right? So that's good. Education here, we got a master MBA, which is awesome. And we got a chemical engineering degree as well. So she's got a lot of education. Super good. I am not a huge fan of having any skills and endorsements show. First thing I want to see from a chemical engineer is not your experience on Microsoft Office, Excel, and PowerPoint. That needs to change. That's the weakest part of your profile right there. So what else do we got to choose from? Chemical engineering should be number one. Polymers. This is, I mean, there's some good stuff here, but get your people. You've got 7+ years of work experience and an MBA. Let's get people to hit those. Now, again, you only have 300 and something followers, so that's part of the problem. I know it is, right? It's 376 followers, so you're not getting a lot because you're just not connected to a lot of people. We need to get you to connect to people, okay? And then down here, we have no recommendations. We need to get some of those for sure. Languages, she speaks English, Romanian, and Spanish. This lady is super smart. There's no doubt about it. So let's help her build her network. Let's give her some endorsements on her skills. Somebody who's worked with her, please, for all things good, give her a recommendation. I know that she needs it. Okay. Let's see, who else do we got here? Abbas, I didn't see your link, but I will get you on there. Got some good conversations going. I think this one is next. So let me get to that one, which is there he is. Boom. Okay. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to butcher it. Where are you from? You are from Pune. Look, for everybody in Pune, I want to apologize publicly. Let me just take 1 second here. Oh my goodness. My buddy AJ Sam, he's a technical recruiter for companies in the United States, but he lives in India. I love this guy. I talk to him all the time. I was saying Poon, and he goes, what? I might have been saying Pune, actually. Pune, I think is how I was saying it. I was saying it wrong. I've been saying it wrong for years. He goes, Ira, it's Pune. And I go, let me wipe the egg off my face, because I swore I probably said that on video like 1,000 times over the years. So anyways, for everybody from Pune, I'm really sorry that I'm a dummy. But now you know. For anybody who didn't know, Ira's a dummy. There you go. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got product development, vehicle infotainment. I don't even know what that is. Vehicle electronics, genuine accessories. That's cool. Okay, he's got the open to work up on his picture. What I like about the photo that you picked is you're doing vehicle stuff and you've got a road. Super smart. What I would add, again, at canva.com or however you want to get it there, just put right here these words right here. Just tell me, okay? Because the average time people are going to look at your profile, they're going to come to your profile for like 6.5 seconds. You've got to really catch their attention in those 6.5 seconds. This is not dynamic searchable. It's just a picture. But a picture catches people's attention so much faster than these written words. It's crazy, but it's true. Okay, so do that. And there's one of my LinkedIn besties right there, Paul Goodman. My guess is that you want to work in Canada because you're also connected with Brian there. And Brian is known for trying to help people immigrate to Canada. So I'm just guessing, but based on what I see there, that's what I would. And Paul is also from Canada. Okay, about An ardent automotive person, proficient in technical development, to engineering managerial roles, consistent history of working good, skilled in complete process, automotive, yada yada. Okay, not bad. The only thing here is if you do, I'm going to make the assumption for the moment that you want to work in Canada. If that's not true, let me know in the comments. But if it's true, then you need to tell people here why you want to live in Canada, how long you've thought about, you know what I mean? You got to make your case. Like, why would somebody want to hire me from India to move to Canada and take the risk if they can find people locally, right? So you've got to build this case. It's going to come up. You might as well put it, hit it off at the pass is the English expression. I don't know if that makes sense for people who are watching from other parts of the world. But if you know you're going to be asked something and you address it before you're asked, you kind of get to control it a little bit, right? So, and again, you may not really want to work in Canada. I'm just making that assumption based on these two things. That might just be a coincidence. So I apologize because I don't see anywhere here where it says you do want to work in Canada. So I could be wrong. But okay, again, like I said with the other person who's been working for the place for 1 month, this right here is definitely a warning sign to recruiters. Not as bad as 1 month, but they're going to look at you cross-eyed like, why are you trying to leave? Maybe it's a contract position. Oh, actually, no, it's not because it's already over. 2017 to 2018, you only worked there for 10 months. What happened? That answer really should be addressed right here because everybody's going to ask you, why did you only stay there for 10 months? My boss was a tyrant. The company went out of business. They closed down the department. We were acquired, M&A by somebody else, and they shut down our division. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that could happen, but you should tell us what it is. Just don't let us assume the worst, because unfortunately, that's what a lot of people will do if you don't give them an answer. Okay. Now, right here, the fact that you worked for 5 years and 2 months, the place before that is good, but you do have a long gap here. 2018 to 2021. That's a 3-year gap. So what happened? Maybe you were going back to school. There's all kinds of things. COVID happened for one, so that's easy for people to understand, right? So just answer those questions. Bachelor's degree. I'm not familiar with these schools, so I don't know the strength of the school there. But looks like you've been out in the workforce for 9+ years. So these certificates would be really good. Take a picture of them and put them in the featured section. Add those. That'll help you. Okay. Endorsements. Because you only have 600 followers, this actually is a decent amount of endorsements. But ask people to give you endorsements. And the fact that you have 3 recommendations is good. The problem is there's not much there. This is what I'm talking about with skinny referrals, right? Positive attitude towards product development, innovative thoughts, and team spirit makes you different from your group. We need more. We need more than that. It's not horrible, but we need more. This one, I would erase it. This doesn't help you at all. Either get this person to rewrite it or just delete it. That's my recommendation to you, okay? This looks like it's your best one just because there's some words there. Yeah, this is a great one, right? This guy did you a solid. So you should probably do him a favor. See how it says given 0 there? You should probably write one for him to show him that you appreciate what he did for you because he wrote you a great referral, okay? Anyways, I'm going to move on unless you guys have questions about this. Again, you can ask me in the comments, and I will get back to him. Okay, seeking a job anywhere around the world. That's totally fine. But again, when you want to work abroad, that's one of the things that you have to do. It's going to be hard for an employer to go, I really want to bring you in on my team when you don't really want to be here. And when they ask you about why you want to be here, you've got to give them a concrete reason. It's the one thing that used to drive me nuts all the time when I was trying to help people figure out how to immigrate before COVID. Because, everybody locked their borders down. So the answer, the quick and easy answer to that is really simple. You have to make a case that is believable and convince them that your life is all about being in the United States or being in Canada or being in the UK or being in Australia or wherever it is that you want to go. You want to go from India to someplace else, or you want to go from someplace else to India. You've got to make that case, and it's got to, because they're going to be taking some inherent risk. There's extra costs involved, but also even if there wasn't, when I bring somebody from a foreign land in, they're not from my culture. They don't speak my language. They're a different religion usually. They have all these things, and what happens is a lot of people find out the grass isn't always greener on the other side. They've painted this fantasy a lot of times in their head about how life is going to be. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, when I tell people I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, most people are like, they're thinking about the strip and the casinos and all the showgirls and nightlife and all the stuff they've seen on TV. It's like, that's not what my life was like growing up in Las Vegas, Nevada. First of all, Las Vegas, Nevada today is a heck of a lot different than it was back in the 80s. Okay? Way, way different. My brother sent something from Facebook today. It was like a Google Earth thing where you could watch the world. I think it was from like 1986 and on. And if you do that, just go to Las Vegas and watch how that thing fills up, because it goes from a giant dust bowl to a concrete jungle, mainly in the last 10 years. But when I was a kid, most buildings in Vegas, there was just miles of dirt in between each big building. So we played basically in the desert when we went outside. We were playing we were in the desert, even though we're in the city. Completely different experience. Anyways, the fact is, most people have never been to these places. They assume they're going to like it. They don't think about crime. They don't think about cost of living. They don't think about traffic. They don't think about how rude people are in some of these places. They don't think about the weather. For example, like if you live in India, have you ever lived in like snow for 7 months out of the year? Because that's Canada. I was talking to one of my friends one day. It was 52 degrees Fahrenheit here, and it was minus 41 degrees Celsius there. In other words, it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit difference between where I was and where they were. I'm just saying, you got to think about this stuff. You really want to go to a place where it's so cold. He literally could have gotten into my freezer and warmed up because it was warmer in my freezer than it was outside where he lived. Think about that. Anyways, migrating. Just change your headline and your photo. There you go. That's what this show is about. Taking some action to help you guys improve. Now, I believe I've got them all. I just want to double check. Because I said I was going to get everybody on. They put it on. Oh, I did miss one. Glenn Cove. Sorry, brother. Hang on. I'm going to get you on right now. Glenn's going to be my last one of the day because I got to go eat. There he is. Okay. Glenn is a financial planning and analysis APAC regional office, DHL supply chain, chartered accountant, Singapore, passionate about financial planning, analysis, business partnering Singapore. It's a huge marketplace. For those of you who are not familiar, Singapore is a happening place. It is a place that I would consider actually relocating to. Singapore is a great job market. Okay, 488 connections. So we've still got some work to do. So if you guys are so inclined, go ahead and follow again. Follow everybody I can. I'm following you, Glenn. Okay, so everybody hit that following button, and let's help him build his network up. Oops. Don't know what happened there. Okay, let's go back to this. This has got a lot in it. So this is really good too. I don't know how to say this without embarrassing you, but you got to be careful with this right here. LinkedIn doesn't like you openly sharing your email. I'm just going to say it like that and let you take the hint. Okay, but I know what you're doing. I'm fine with it. It's just a LinkedIn thing. Okay, Meticulous, ethical, results-driven senior finance professional with extensive experience in financial planning or competencies. Open to expanding your network. Feel free to get in touch with me. Okay. Not horrible. Really not horrible. But think about what I've said the about section should be. And you've done some of it. So this is not like me smacking you saying this is awful. It's really not that bad. But what I want you to do is tell people, what do you want to do? Because this is the part that's missing here. Okay. What do you want to do? You don't look like you're that old. I don't know. I mean, the picture's kind of small, so maybe you are, but you know, you've got a lot of career left, it looks like. What do you want to accomplish in your career? Paint that picture. Help people buy into your dream for yourself. And that will help them want to bring you in. You're selling yourself. Look, if you're a job seeker, part of your job while you're a job seeker is to sell yourself to your future employer. Help cast the vision that gets them fired up to bring you on board. Okay? That's what's missing here. Experience 6 years. This is like the perfect amount of time. Most people will be excited to talk to you because you've been at your current job for 6 years. This one's a little bit tougher because you were there for 8 months. But this one here, again, you were there for 3 years, 1 month. So, still strong. 2 years, 8 months, strong. 3 years, 5 months. Yeah. Work experience is great. Education. I don't know what this means. I'm just going to tell you straight away. Is this just a certification? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. I have a feeling a lot of people aren't going to know what that is. So you might want to clarify that. Certificate in business analytics. There you go. So that tells me what it is. And then you've described it. Perfect. Bachelor's of accounting. Perfect. Okay. So it looks like we've got a bachelor's with some extra certificates. That's what it looks like. Just make sure you explain that more. Because on here, from the Wharton School, which is a great school, perfect. Okay, so good job with that. Licenses and certifications. Yeah, that's good. There is no featured section, so you're missing that completely. Again, I think that would be helpful to have photographs of you in your work environment. Also, you've got these certificates. Take a picture of them. Show us, because you've got them, so you might as well. A video, especially, I have a feeling you're multilingual because you're in Singapore. Most people I know in Singapore are, although it doesn't say it. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So Chinese, I'm assuming that's Mandarin, English, Malay. Okay, so in your video, don't belabor it, but introduce yourself in all 3 languages. Hi, my name is Glenn. And then maybe like, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I want to tell you so. You know what I mean? So just 3 quick sentences, 1 in each language, to demonstrate that you speak fluently those 3 languages, and then do the rest in the language that you think you're going to be hired predominantly using. So because where you are in Singapore, you're speaking both, right? But I think the common business language there is still English, right? I don't know. So maybe you want to go English, but whatever the dominant language that you're going to use at that job, or you think you're going to use at that job, do the rest of the video in that language. Or make 3 versions of the video and put in the subtitle, introducing Glenn Coe in Chinese, introducing Glenn Coe in English, introducing Glenn Coe in Malay, right? And you can demonstrate clearly that you speak in all of them. I still would introduce yourself in all 3 languages. So whichever one they watch, it drives home the point that you speak 3 languages. That's strong, right? You've got an impressive education background. You've got an impressive resume. If you're well-spoken, you're like a trifecta. You're like somebody they should be dying to hire, okay? So Glenn, I'm very impressed. Like I said, number 1 thing for you right now on here is cast the vision. Tell us what it is that what are you dreaming about doing the rest of your career, and get that featured section built out. Dude, if you do that, I think you're going to be hired very, very quickly. I would be surprised. Here we go. Right. So you gave professional qualification accounting. I kind of figured that with the stuff down below, but spell it out, because certainly you're going to have people like me who are going to go like, I'm not sure about that one. Right. So just Just make it. I'm waiting for my great feedback. I didn't see you. Oh, no, you did. Boss, I'm sorry. I am going to hit you. Hang on. And thank you for letting me know you were above the cut line. So you're right. Here it is. Okay, you're going to be the last one. Then I'm going to go eat. And just so you know, guys, we're coming up on 90 minutes. I'm normally going to do this show for 60 minutes. I knew that today was probably going to be a little bit heavy because it's the first one, right? But then let me tell you, when you guys do this, if you make some changes on future episodes, if you want to come back, I will review the changes for you if you want. Okay. So let me pull this one down. Here we go. Let's see. You're from Sudan. Okay. You've got a master's degree. I'm not familiar with this MSc of finance, so forgive me for my ignorance there. I'm assuming it's related to the master's. Risk analyst at FIB Bank. Awesome. I actually really like this. It's super clean. I think that you still could put up here, finance and risk, or finance risk analyst, something like that. I think that would help you. Again, Canva, if you don't have editing software, is free. So it's canva.com. Okay. Now let's see. We have got. Ooh, this is really good. We've got a lot here. This is not working. So you see what I see, right? It's just showing up as code. So something happened there. I don't know if you copied and pasted something from another website. It didn't carry over correctly. This is, I recognize this from web development stuff. But anyways, you got to get that fixed because it looks awful. But this part I like, okay? The one thing that I would say about this is go ahead and give me some spaces in between paragraphs. So like paragraph and then space and then paragraph and space, because it'll make it easier to digest. Resourceful, result-oriented finance professional offering +10 of an extensive experience in banking, credit. Okay, now nobody's going to know what this means. +10. Are we talking about time? Or are we talking about a scale 1 to 10? You know what I mean? Like, it sounds good, but you got to make sure people know what you mean. Banking, credit management, analysts, office management, customer service, risk assessment. So okay, let's talk about this real quick, because this is what this comes across to me. Are you guys familiar with this term keyword stuffing? You know what I'm talking about? It used to happen all the time in resumes. So basically what would happen is people would put all these words in their resumes so that no matter what was in the job description, it would hit as a match. Don't do that. That's not what you're doing here, because you didn't do it in white font, right? So, because it used to be people would like do it in white ink and they try to hide it like in size 2. And anyways, that was all pre-ATS tightening. But, and we went a whole show without anybody asking about the ATS. Isn't that wonderful? Because the last like 10 shows I did, it was like every question was about the ATS. Anyways, I digress. And I'm sorry if I brought up any sore memories for people. The ATS is a thing. But keyword stuffing is something you don't want to come across as doing. And here's the problem with what you've got there. You've got all these words. Those are all very different things. And you don't look old enough to work in all those. If you are old enough to have worked in all those, you're very handsome. You know what I mean? Like, you've been blessed to look younger than you are, because that's a lot. So let me pull it back up. But just be careful. The first thing I think of when I'm looking at it, again, this is my honest opinion now. I'm not trying to filter my thoughts to be kind here. I'm just trying to tell you honestly what I feel. This is the first warning sign I've seen in your profile, is that you might be either hyperbole or trying to make sure that you are overstating so that you get a ding, you get discovered for every one of these. You don't want to do that. Hone in on your niche and talk about your niche. Even if you've done these things in general, the way it just reads as a grocery of list of ingredients. So anyways, I think I've made my point. In-depth finance, proficient, equipped with advanced budgeting, See, now this, I like this way more. Now you're getting at what you actually do, and you're using all the words I would expect you to use. So this one is great. Change this up, but this paragraph is like fire. Perfect. I wouldn't change anything about that. Okay. This is good. The only problem with this right here, you've got a little bit of alphabet soup going on because you're using your acronyms. Now, again, somebody hiring for somebody like you should know what that stuff is, but just in case they don't, use the acronym and then put the words in parentheses, or you spell it out and then put the acronym in parentheses next to it, just to be safe. And I know you're character limited here, but you've got all these extra characters down below that you can erase because this just looks like garbage. And that'll give you the room to spell all this stuff out. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. I think you've seen enough and heard enough about the about section, right? Cast a vision for what from now to the rest of your career, and then explain to them how you're going to be a great employee doing whatever they're going to hire you to do. The background stuff in the about section is not necessary because they're going to see that in the jobs descriptions down below in the experience section, and in the education section, and in the endorsement section, and in the reference section. Lots of history there. About section is about right now, moving forward to the end of your career. That's what the about section is for, and nothing else. Okay. Don't need any of this. Now, featured, you've got it, and you've got certificates. Perfect. Love it. This is the resume right up front. The only thing I would put in front of the resume is the intro video, which most people don't have. So assuming you don't have it for the moment, that is the right thing for you to do, followed by your certificates, awards, and pictures. Good job so far. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's see if we got a video in here. So you're missing, now you've got lots of certificates. This is good. This establishes credibility. But you don't have any photographs other than your profile photo. So give me a couple, right? Like maybe one where you're at an event and one where you're at work, standing with some coworkers, big smile on your face, right? That would help. In sales, we tell people to, before people are going to buy from you, they got to know you, like you, and trust you. The same three things that have to be true before you get hired. They've got to know you, like you, and trust you, or they won't hire you most of the time. Use this featured section to help with the know you, like you, trust you. Trust me, it'll work. You got 2,100 followers, which actually is above normal on LinkedIn. So congratulations on your growth. 6.5 years at your current position, which is current, right? Yeah, present. Okay, good. And different roles in it. That's good. That shows that you've grown. You've been promoted along the way. That's a good sign. 2 years, 10 months. Again, that's fine. So you've got almost 10 years professional experience with 2 companies. People are going to eat you up. You've got a master's degree, and that answers my question earlier. So that's a master's of science. Now I get it because I haven't. I'm a bachelor of arts guy myself, so I don't have an MSc. So that clarifies that for me. It might be good still to put that up at top too. Master's. So you've got an MBA and an MSc. Look, you've got plenty of education. Clearly, you are highly qualified for what you do, which I like it. I love this. I don't know if I saw pictures of this up in the featured section, but I would like to if they're not there. Get those in there because HP is a huge company. Obviously, we're on LinkedIn. Everybody knows what LinkedIn is. That's good. We do need more skill endorsements. You got 2,000 people that are connected to you. Get them to hit those plus buttons for you. Smash those buttons. 3 and 2. Actually, I'm not mad about this. With 2,000 connections, 3 received, and I love the fact that you've given 2, and these aren't just skinny. There's actually some substance there, so that's good. So mainly this is good, right? Just a couple things to clean up here. Let's just do a quick refresh just because you're the last one, right? Get risk analyst in banking something, whatever, right? Get that here. Don't put it in the center. put it over on the right because, when they're looking at you on the phone or the tablets, the smart devices, it'll be in the center. So you always want to do it on the right-hand side so it's never covered up. Get your About section cleaned up just by adding some future vision. Clean up this gobbledygook. Explain what these acronyms mean. Do an intro video. Get some photographs here of you in your work environment. And then get people to smash this button down here on the skills and endorsements. And I think you're good to go. Okay, everybody. That is Job Seeker Spotlight. If you like this show, do me a favor, tell your friends about it, right? We all know people who need a job, but they don't always know what to do to help improve their chances of landing a job. Well, I'm not a recruiter. I'm not an employer. Well, I am kind of an employer. I hire people, but I hire people 1099. So basically, I hire their business, right? I have no skin in the game. My goal from the moment I launched Project Help You Grow, I only have one goal with it. Help people. You don't know me. A lot of you don't know me longer than Project Help You Grow because you learned of me through Project Help You Grow. So let me just tell you what I used to do before Project Help You Grow. I used to make food and take it and feed homeless folks. And I used to, serve the community, soup kitchens and all kinds of different things. I've always had a heart to help. Project Help You Grow happened kind of by accident because Project Help You Grow actually, when it first started in 2018, was a growth incubator on LinkedIn. I wanted to grow on LinkedIn and I wanted to help other people who wanted to grow and do it in a safe way. But as I met more and more people, they all asked me, well, half of them asked me the same thing. This is great, but can you help me find a job? That's how Project Help You Grow was born to the website. I worked with Michael from Dealers League and he helped me build the site. And that's how it all got going, right? But from that moment, September of 2018, when I launched Project Help You Grow's website, we've been helping job seekers connect with recruiters and employers who are hiring for free around the world, tackling every single issue that's come up: the pandemic, the ATS, people who want to, immigrate, getting ghosted, my very best LinkedIn friend, Kirsty Bonner's death. I mean, I've been through just everything that you've gone through, I've gone through too. We've gone through this thing together. And this show, Job Seeker Spotlight, is born because I think that it is one thing that can really help you guys by increasing your visibility. Look, I have 200,000 followers on my personal profile of LinkedIn alone. I've got another 10,000 followers on my YouTube account. So, there's a lot of people that can potentially see this. My goal is I'll help you fix your profile, but I'll also elevate you with the spotlight that I've been blessed with. And maybe, just maybe, we'll help you land that job faster. That's the goal of the show. Again, my name is Ira Bowman. Thank you so much. If you need free help, go to projecthelpyougrow.com anytime. Again, there's no spam there. There's not a single advertisement anywhere on the website. You don't have to sign up for anything. There is no fee to do anything. In fact, even if you want to give me money, you can't on the website because I don't ask for it anywhere. I don't collect any payment. There's no place to donate or anything else. So it's just my free gift to you. Again, thank you to Erica Warfield Sales and to Springboard Consulting. They help sponsor the site, and I appreciate that. But anyways, I'm going to go eat dinner. Y'all have a great day. I will be back next week. Again, if you like Thursdays, let me know in the comments. If you'd rather have Tuesdays, that's the other day I'm considering. And then the time is I'm not 100%. In fact, in full disclosure, I came on at 6 o'clock tonight. That's Pacific time in California. Okay. I came on at 6 p.m. Pacific time today. I was originally thinking about coming on an hour earlier at 5 o'clock. So if that works better for you, or maybe 4 o'clock, right? So I'm talking about, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that, Eastern time, which probably more of you are familiar with Eastern time than Pacific time. But Tuesdays or Thursdays, one or the other. That's the date that I'm thinking. So yeah, on Tuesdays, Mariella is helping me out here. I have a networking event that I do on Tuesdays at noon, right? So if you want to see me on Tuesdays, but anyways, let people know about the show. if you have supplemental questions, everybody in the world can send me a message on LinkedIn for free. So just go to Ira Bowman on LinkedIn, send me a message, ask me your question, and I'll do my best to help you, or I'll point you in the direction where you can get the answer, one or the other. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. BowmanDigitalMedia.com